use horses for a number of reasons. Our main purpose is crowd control and mostly a deterrent on Bourbon Street, mostly during Mardi Gras, New Year's, and special events that draws a lot of crowd down in the CBD. My name's Dave Wagersbeck. I'm a New Orleans policeman assigned to the New Orleans Police Department's mounted unit. I've been a policeman 25 years. I've been assigned to the mounted unit the last 20. To work the crowd on Bourbon Street, to go down Bourbon Street on a horse and do the police work from the horse is very unique and it's very satisfying. It's something you got to want to do though. It's not just jumping on the back of a horse and going down Bourbon Street. They're very, very, very powerful animals, so I respect them very much. Yeah, so this horse is named Rocky. We got him in 1998. He's 18 years old now, and we've been using him ever since. Well, about in 2010, a few of the horses, including Rocky, developed a cough where he was panting and he was having trouble breathing or something. So then I contacted our contracted veterinarian, Dr. Allison Barker.
When I got there, I realized that they were suffering from chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. It was more than just a few, it was more like 5 to 8, all at the same time. I had never seen that many horses break with that problem all at once. It's usually an individual problem. So I was pretty upset by this. I figured that there must be a serious environmental cause. And again, there's Katrina to always worry about. We're worried about mold. And if the officers themselves were not in some degree of danger, if this many horses could have a problem on the same day, are we not all in danger as something in the environment that we needed to fear? I wanted some help for this, and I'm fortunate once again that we're only an hour from Louisiana State University's vet school. I can pick up the phone any time of day or night and call Dr. Andrews, Dr. McConico, Dr. Chapman, anybody pretty much at LSU when I need help, and there's no question they will come to my aid. So I always feel like I'm working in a huge practice, and I'm just one of a team of people, and that's how I feel and that's how it is.
Recurrent airway obstruction, which is what we call RAO, has the common public would know it as chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, or COPD. It's similar to asthma in that its inciting cause is probably some allergens in either dust or mold, either in the hay or in the environment in which the horse is breathing.
Dr. Barker is one of our good referring veterinarians, and she's been in practice for a long time, so we knew when she called there was probably a pretty important case that she wanted us to see.
There was concern about environmental things. It was post-Katrina, a couple of years post-Katrina. They were worried about black mold.
In August of 2005, when Hurricane Katrina hit New Orleans, a good portion of my practice was damaged pretty severely. We lost a tremendous number of horses to death due to the storm, people who were not able to get out, people who lost their homes that had to leave the state and move to other areas, and then entire barns were lost because they were on public property that had to be turned over to the government for FEMA trailer parking, which is where a lot of people had to live when they lost their homes.
We were a triage hospital because we're an hour from New Orleans. We were the ones that received the influx or the wave of people and animals. So our teaching hospital received many, many of the storm victims.
The NOPD stables are located in City Park. And during Katrina, one of the levees broke near the park and flooded the park. We had about 8 to 10 feet of water in our stables. If we would not have left, we probably would have lost all our mounts, and that would have been a disaster.
When you have a whole group of horses that develop this RAO, then you're concerned that there's something in the environment that's causing reaction in the airway. So we need to come out and evaluate the cause of that. Dr. Chapman, our ambulatory veterinarian, who is also an ACVIM diplomate, she came out and helped Dr. Barker identify why these horses were having that particular problem.
We did complete physical examinations with our students. Most of the horses we did hear a lot of abnormal lung sounds.
We took some samples out of the horse's lungs. We actually flushed some water down into the lung and aspirated back. We were able to determine that there was allergy-associated disease. So what we did is we changed the horses over to an alfalfa hay diet so that the horses would not be exposed to the dust in the feed at least.
And then we were able to get them on a management protocol that included anti-inflammatories, non-steroidals, some antibiotics, and with additional follow-up, we were able to wean them off of the anti-inflammatories to where they could recover for a few weeks longer and get back on the street and do their job.
After the treatment, they seemed normal. They seemed to go back to normal. go back to work, their regular work schedule, and they're all fine. They haven't had any problems since.
We actually came down to do a follow-up on the horses after they received the treatment. With the changes we made and with the therapy, the horses improved and turned around, went back to work, back on the job.
If you could ever be in New Orleans for Mardi Gras and see the thousands of throngs of people so thick that you cannot walk through to get a Coke, all you have to do is have one horse come down the middle of the street. It's like the parting of the Red Sea. People respect them. They're a little afraid of them. And when you put an officer up on a big, tall, percher-on animal like that, you clear a crowd faster than you can with a police car. People have no respect for police cars, but they have plenty of respect for a police horse.
The NOPD horses are treated very well. If we take care of them, they'll take care of us. For the most part, we treat them like kings. They get fed sweet feed twice a day. They get free choice of hay, free choice of free water. Their stalls get cleaned on a daily basis. Again, we got to treat the horse good and they'll treat us good.